Welcome to season 3 of On the Spot.
Welcome to season 3 of On the Spot with me, of course, your girl, Stella. And I'm live here at the Dubai World Expo 2020. Now, of course, we all know COVID happened in 2020, and therefore the expo could not happen. Well, it had to be postponed to 2021, but it comes to an end 2022, but to be precise, March 31st. And this event brings together 192 countries from across the world, of which Sierra Leone is a part of. So obviously we have our representation here, and we'll be going there to take a look at what Sierra Leone looks like. Now, this event has been taking place for over 170 years. The last one was actually in 2015, and it was done in Milan. This, of course, is bringing the conclusion of the final bits of the expo to you and showing you how we have represented Sierra Leone in this World Expo. A beautiful opportunity that I'm so happy to be here. As you can see, the gathering of the world. I am so happy to be one of over 20 million people who have made it to this expo. So if you want to see what Sierra Leone looks like and other pavilions, well, mostly other African pavilions, you gotta keep watching. But my guest, who's gonna be taking us through a little bit on what it has been like putting this together for Sierra Leone, who is Tony Morgan, the Deputy Commissioner for Trade and Investment, is gonna be joining me real soon. But till then, come along with me. So starting off with the pavilions is, of course, Nigeria. As they often say, the big brother of Africa. This is what they look like. Hi, how are you? Good. So my name is Stella. How has it been like for Nigeria here? Fantastic. Land of wonders. So this is the South African pavilion, as you can see. Yep. This is what their pavilion looks like. And they have a studio. We still have more to see, so we're moving on to the next pavilion. So this is Liberia's pavilion, and the president of Liberia was here a couple of days ago. His Excellency Judge Weir. Anyway, this is what the Liberian pavilion looks like, so let's have a look. So many similarities between Sierra Leone and Liberia, which is to be expected. They are sister countries anyway. Like, literally everything about the pavilion seemed to be about the president. But it does look nice anyway.
Yeah, no, thank you for visiting.
I got my stamp. Off we go. Okay, so we are at the Ukrainian pavilion. Oh, nice. So this is actually a wall where people are showing support for Ukraine, and they just stick whatever it is that they wish Ukraine, you know. All right, so this is the Ghanaian pavilion, and this is what their pavilion looks like. Cocoa is one of the leading exports for Ghana. So not surprised that you would find cocoa pods here. There we go. This is Mali's pavilion. Oh, this looks actually quite new. It looks actually quite good. All the pavilions we've taken a look at has been really amazing, phenomenal. So I can't wait to see what Saudi Arabia has in store for us. Let's see. Okay, so finally, I have made it into the United Arab Emirates Pavilion. And as you can see, it's pretty magnificent. So they are the host country, and definitely we had to come see what their pavilion looked like. So come on in. Oh my God, this is amazing. Wow. Okay, so I gotta open this, and I'm gonna take some of this sand here for souvenir. Okay. A journey of objects, ideas, beliefs, and techniques as a crossroad for millennia. We continue to open our minds and our homes to the world. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I love this. It says here 50 years ago, this was all just a dream. And I love the whole concept of what the UAE have done with their pavilion. It's just filled with sand, and it just represents what we see today. This whole Dubai and what we're seeing here was literally built on sand. It is one of the world's biggest touristic destinations today, but some 50 odd years ago, it was just this, as you can see. Okay, so that was really a beautiful experience from the UAE Pavilion. And one of the aims of the World Expo is to give countries, participating countries, the opportunity to share their achievements. And I think they have been able to do that successfully. The pavilion filled with sand, well, desert sand, basically, and that little bit of animation there, telling their story, and it sums it all up. Dubai a couple of years ago was just literally sand, but look at where it is today. It's been a beautiful experience in the UAE Pavilion. There are so many pavilions here, 192 countries represented here, and like I said, Sierra Leone is one of them. So many, we can't see all of them, so I think it's right about time we head on over to Sierra Leone's pavilion to see what it really looks like. Come on, let's go. Hello, Tony.
Hello, Stella. So nice to see you. Welcome to Sierra Leone.
Thank you, and I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, sorry. Please.
After you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome to the Sierra Leone Pavilion.
I am really pleased to be here. I mean, I've seen a few other pavilions, but first of all, I feel home, and it really does feel very unique compared to some of the pavilions that I've been to. Like viewers, you all can attest with me that Sierra Leone looks really beautiful. So how has it been like, first of all, how did we decide that this is what we're going to make our pavilion look like?
Initially, they wanted the new age look, where they'll have loads of LED screens, so many of that. But when we spoke to Monuments, they said, no, let us try and recreate what we have in the museum back in Freetown.
Okay.
We said, okay. You said, but everyone is going for pictures and move. They said, no, let's get some artifacts here, so people will have something to relate to. And it's been awesome, because when they come in here, they can take photos with Mami Yoko, that's a sculpture of her, obviously. They can take photos with Baibure. It's now an immersive experience. You even see portraits of how would I call it now, impressions of the gold bars. So they wanted something that people could relate with.
Yeah.
That's why we have this museum style kind of setup.
Wonderful, wonderful. And aside from this as well, I can see here that we've also been very thoughtful in also displaying not just our natural resources in terms of agriculture and other stuff, but as well the culture. We've got here some pictures of our masquerade and the country club. How has that been? How has people been able to relate with what being Sierra Leone is all about?
The beauty of Africa is its culture.
Yeah.
Now we have to understand that Sierra Leone, yes, there's a change in what we call culture, is always in a mix, in flux, as they say. But we still have what is ours. And one of the main representation is the cotton cloth.
Yeah.
The cotton cloth is made from cotton that's grown in Sierra Leone. More importantly, even the weaving takes place there. As you mentioned earlier, we have what they will call masquerades. But to us, they are spirits, spiritual beings, and they play an integral role in what the people believe, their thought concept. Yes, we do have the two prominent religion. We have Islam, we also have Christianity. But they are also, it's ingrained in our society that this is also part of the religion. So yes, we know we have our religion, but this is also part of what I would call the new age religion. So back to what you were saying, yes, we have to identify with our culture, and that is what we wanted to showcase here.
Yeah. This here, let me think about it. So this is someone, he's thinking, he's got a book. What is the essence of this piece right here? Why is it so important?
This piece is known as the Reading Man.
The Reading Man.
Yes.
Okay.
But it represents human capital development.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, it does not represent university or going to school, no. It's part of it, but it represents human capital development, which means for Africa to break the cycle of underdevelopment, it has to develop the human capital.
Absolutely.
Which is what the president is pushing, which is what we believe other African countries should push. Why? There are countries that have got oil. Sierra Leone, for instance, we have the gold, we have the diamond, but it has not helped the people. But when you raise the quality of the people, we strongly believe that it also will raise Africa as a continent out of poverty.
I love it. I love it. Human capital development. Yes. Viewers, this is Tony Morgan. Tony Morgan is the Deputy Commissioner General for Trade and Investment. I got that right? For Trade and Investment. And he has been part of the amazing people, the amazing team, obviously championed by the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Madam Fatima Bio, that has been able to put all this together as well. Of course, the government of Sierra Leone, let's not forget that, have been able to put this amazing pavilion together, but most importantly, ensure that Sierra Leone has a full representation here. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about how the representation has really impacted Sierra Leone and hopefully upped our image. We'll be right back. Welcome back to On the Spot with me, Stella Bangura, and I still have with me my guest, Tony Morgan, who is the Deputy Commissioner General for Trade and Investment. Trade and investment. First of all, before we jump into that, how did we get about having Sierra Leone being a part of the 192 countries that have a presence in this World Expo?
World Expo is meant for every country to participate, but the strength of participation now depends on the country. The president has traveled far and wide to change the narrative for Sierra Leone. We now saw this Dubai Expo as
an opportunity.
Yes, and we said let us come all out and see what we can do to change the narrative and also bring back foreign direct investments to the country.
And how has that, because obviously this planning must have taken so much energy, so many resources, so many sleepless nights. How is it putting this amazing thing together?
Fortunately or unfortunately, usually some African countries, they just show up, cultural dances and all that, and they go back. But the new Commissioner General, who's the First Lady, says no, we should also concentrate on trade. Absolutely. So after Expo, 6 months after, a year after, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, we should have a specific investment plan that you should come with as well. Yes, we will come with our culture. Yes, we're going to showcase the beauty of the people of Sierra Leone. But we also have to show that Sierra Leone is ready for business. Sierra Leone is open for business, and it's also a very good environment for investment, not just external, but even internal investment as well.
Yeah. And how has the reception been? Have there been a lot of people visiting the pavilion? What have been their feeling about Sierra Leone? But most importantly, how has this translated to tangible interest in investment in Sierra Leone?
We are fortunate for the location of the country. Our pavilion is located, you have Morocco, I also have Saudi Arabia. So our location is key, it's beautiful. So we had over 5 million visitors come through. Now,
5 million?
Yes.
That's huge.
So now, apart from having that numbers, when we now come to trade, we had several trade investment meetings. We also did one-to-one with several countries, Chamber of Commerce, to tell them, hey, Sierra Leone is ready. And they will ask us specific questions. We're going to give them proposals. It's not easy because we have different countries, not just African countries around the world, competing for limited resource. So it wasn't easy, but fortunately, we had the Minister of Trade came over, the Minister of Agriculture came, and when all these different ministries were coming, they came with their own proposals that this is what Sierra Leone is ready for. And what's happened is, when we present these proposals, usually there will be loopholes here or there, but they will tell us this is where you've made mistakes, make it better. And we are still in engagement with them, and like coming back to your question, it has been very good. It is looking very, very positive.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I love what you spoke about. What is the long-term goal? What is the after plan when this whole expo is over? What is that 6 months, 1 year, 5-year plan in terms of following up on those interests that have been shown for individuals and countries who are interested in Sierra Leone?
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. We've got different sectors. Mining was one of the sectors we came with in strong, but competition is there and we still have a few things we need to clean up concerning our mining sector. But when we come to the fishing sector is looking beautiful. For the short run, we are now developing very powerful proposals to have one of the biggest fish farm, aqua fishing or aquaculture as it's called, in Sierra Leone. We do not want to deplete our sea. And the minister was here, she did a very impassioned proposal on yes, this is what should happen. The president visited Vietnam, visited some of the biggest fish farms there, and also came back here and said, hey, you guys should bring aquaculture to Sierra Leone. Now, for the short run, because Sierra Leone is building, we have the opportunity that China is investing. They've given us a grant of over 50 million for a specific fishing industrial area. So they will sponsor part of the port, but we will bring in the remaining resources. And this is a 5-year plan. So in 5-year plan, we're going to have one of the best fishing ports in the whole of West Africa.
Wonderful.
Because though it's a 5-year plan, we are working towards it solidly to make sure it happens. Why? Vietnam makes over $30 billion from fish farming, and we have got the resources, we have people that can make this work. Now, fortunately for Sierra Leone, it's been granted. Sierra Leone was ranked the 4th most peaceful country in Africa. Now, that is not a surprise to us because we live there. We know it's peaceful. But we have to let our external investors know that yes, Sierra Leone is peaceful. And that's one of the things we've been trying to do. So that's a short run for fisheries. When it comes to agriculture, they also have short-term projects for rice planting. They also have the long one where they bring in irrigation. It's not easy, because irrigation does not bring you direct return on investment.
Absolutely.
It's something that the government would have to do.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been an eye-opener. It's made the vision that we have when it comes to development much bigger. And we are hoping that in the next 3 to 5 years, the fruits of the labor of what we've done here will start to show on ground.
For a lot of people who would say, why would Sierra Leone want to have a presence in the World Expo? Maybe it's costly, maybe it's Y, maybe it's X. How has this impacted the profile of Sierra Leone?
For instance, our pavilion that looks simple. Fortunately, the president himself was here for our National Day. The prince here in Dubai visited our pavilion.
Oh, wow.
Twice. Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I'm hoping we'll be able to get the prince again on the show so that so that Sierra Leoneans can see the prince. But okay. So
yes, they did. They were impressed by the beauty of its simplicity. And now, after that, they had obviously the president and the foreign affairs minister. They will have B2Bs. Okay, this is how they are now ready to grow with us. Because Sierra Leone has got potential, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is, we now have to make this potential a reality. When it comes to the creative aspects, because we also came in strong with the creative aspect. Yes, we have a bit of the creative aspect is what you can get short-term gains, almost immediate gains. So for that, we'll be working with specific groups in Sierra Leone to see how we're going to make the film industry, entertainment, that's profitable. But we are still in discussion, but that is a short-term project. You should see the Secretariat rolling out a few initiatives in the next few months, but that one is short-term.
Beautiful. Before I let you go, final. We are, of course, in Dubai, UAE, and they are playing host to us. What is the relationship like now between Sierra Leone and UAE, specifically Dubai, and how can that sort of translate into closer investment and relationship? I mean, we know that they have quite a number of expertise that Sierra Leone can tap into. Hopefully, we can benefit from more investment from them. What is it looking like at the moment? Fortunately, we have what we call country-to-country relations with them. Our president also have a personal relationship with the prince. Our first lady has got personal relations. Why? They've seen the strides that we've made. They know that as a country we're trying to move forward. They love that because they were in the situation we were about 30, 40 years ago, and that has changed. What we've learned here in Dubai, they go for the best, regardless. If you're an Indian, you've got this skill, they bring you in. Anyone that's got this skill. So it's what we are trying to adopt as well. It will not be easy, because to have that
philosophy to bring everyone in for development is not easy, but it's something that we have to do. But coming back to the relations you're talking with Dubai, we are now having a closer relation. We've spoken to the Chamber of Commerce, so we're going to exchange both knowledge, exchange technology, and not necessarily financing from Dubai per se, but they say, okay, it is better to work with this person, it is better to work with this person, because the more we develop, they also make more money. Yes, it's a relationship. Very correct. Very correct.
Well, thank you so much, Tony.
No, thank you.
I mean, obviously, you're like an amazing person. So, of course, on the spot is saying things, facilitating the process of, the whole visa and everything, so that our viewers can also be a part of the celebration here, carrying them along so that they get to see what their Sierra Leone looks like here at the World Expo. And I must commend you all. I've been to a couple of the pavilions, and Sierra Leone really does stand out. There's been a lot of thoughts put into the pieces, into what we want the pavilion to look like. So well done to you. Congratulations as well to the First Lady. I love the fact that she said, no, we don't want no screens. Let's just do ours our own way. Well, that's been my guest, Tony Morgan, who is the Deputy Commissioner General for Trade and Investment, right here in Dubai, UAE, for the Dubai World Expo 2020. As you can see, it looks beautiful. This is On the Spot. We'll be right back. Coming up next are my final words. In my final words, here in Dubai, UAE, for the World Expo, or the Dubai World Expo 2020, for On the Spot with me, Stella Bangura. It's been a pleasant moment right here, and a big kudos. 2020, as you can see. Well done to the Sierra Leone government, the First Lady, for ensuring that Sierra Leone has a representation right here. It's been a beautiful experience. It's been a beautiful presentation. It's been a beautiful representation as well. And we're pretty hopeful, I'm hopeful that this is going to translate to trade and investment for Sierra Leone. So this is where we sign out for the very first episode for season 3 of On the Spot with me, Stella Bangura. But I'm not going to be leaving without heading back to the Sierra Leone Pavilion to get my stamp. So see you when we get the stamp. That's a wrap.
Welcome to season 3 of On the Spot.